Lucas from iExplore here. Tonight I'm exploring Akabane, doing some street photography with a Viltrox 50mm f2 for Z-mount. Let's get on to the video.
iExplore.
So yeah, Akabane is a cool little neighborhood with nice vibes. Not very touristy at all. Very local. Oh, this is cool. How he went in though. This is kind of nice. Totally in the way. Let me get out of the way. This kind of feel like he might come back out. Oh no, never mind. They closed the door. Okay. Let's go through here. That was nice scene. That was cool. A lot of cool people around here. So it's like I was saying, it's just a different vibe here. It's not touristy, very local. People are cool. All ages, young and old, drink around here. I just want to get some cool moments. But anyway, I should finish that thought. So it's a cool area, okay, Akabane, it's a cool area. It's not a kind of place where a lot of people go, right? It's kind of out of the way. I was just kind of thinking, is it in Tokyo or maybe it's even in Saitama technically? I'm not 100% sure where Akabane is. But it's North Tokyo if it is in Tokyo, if not it's in Saitama. Doesn't matter where it is. And yeah, it's just like, it's a very residential neighborhood, but around the station here, there's this kind of cluster of, of drinking spots and bars and stuff like that. Oh, sumimasen. I didn't realize he came out. I wanted to just shoot the shot. But yeah, that's cool. That green light over there, it's interesting. But that's what I like about it. It's like, and even now with like me with the camera and then this other camera, we stand out. This is not Shibuya where like people do this kind of stuff all the time. It's different here. People are like, what's going on? Especially on that little intimate street there. So as for the lens, see, we just jumped right into the thick of it, so it wasn't really any time to talk about the lens. Oh, this is a cute little shot here, these bottles. It's a really nice little simple scene. Hold on, I gotta hold the camera even higher because I want to be really flush. This is the kind of scene that looks best when it's really flat on. Great, I love it. Simple scene, but it's pretty. Nice light. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep going and strap my camera back on so I don't drop it and smash it into a million pieces. So, jumped right into the thick of it, but I just want to say that this little lens, it's like a $200 lens. Viltrox sent it to us for free, but I love it. I've been using it a lot. It's just such a pocketable lens, or even just bringing it as my only lens. It's nice. It's a really good little 50. Focuses well. The AF can be a little slow sometimes. I don't know if that's the lens or the lens in the camera combo. I don't know, but it's not really debilitating. It just means like if there's like a quick shot where somebody's approaching me suddenly, sometimes it's a little hard to nail the focus. But that's the only thing I found about it that is a little bit, that's kind of a negative, a demerit. But overall, the lens works great. It's really, it's really wide open. It's really sharp wide open. So I don't hesitate to just keep it on f2 the whole time in situations like this. And yeah, I've been enjoying using it. It's been on my camera a lot lately, actually, this lens. Partially because it is so light, so it makes my big Z9 actually fairly nimble and comfortable to use. It has a plastic build, but it's a nice plastic build. And although I don't have it with me now to compare directly, the lens that naturally, I want to compare with this lens, when that comes to mind, is the Nikon 40mm f2, because it's also an f2. It's also about this size. It's also got kind of a plasticky build, so it's not like a super high-end lens. But that one, I want to say the 40mm costs like double what this is. I think it's like $400 or something like that. And this is only $200, I want to say. I could be getting those prices wrong. Point is, at the risk of being like a normal review channel, I think this one is just a better deal. And I really like the performance. I'm just trying to get these guys. This is really cool. Oh, okay. Well, now they noticed. Yeah, arigato.
YouTuber?
But you know, see, that's the thing. You see people are like, oh, are you doing YouTube? Because this neighborhood, that's kind of, it's weird. It's an unusual place for it, right? So people are not used to it here. It's not, you know, it's not Shibuya. So coming here with a camera is like, I've been kind of like hesitant to do it because I knew it would be a little bit annoying to shoot a video here. I'm not actually annoyed those guys were posing. That's fine. They can pose if they want. But you know, it's better when they don't. And I left my settings on a slow shutter, so that was not good at all there. I had it slow for that last shot. But it's all good. Hey guys, just a quick reminder to subscribe, leave a comment, like the video. That really does help us out. Also, if you'd like to support us, you can support us on Patreon, or if you come to Tokyo, book a workshop. We also have a map of Tokyo photo spots. And if you want to help me out, there's also links to like my prints and a photo book and all that good stuff. Let's get back to the video. Yeah, with a 50, I naturally I didn't really mention that shot, but the shot I took earlier of the guys behind the tarp is the kind of stuff I like with 50. You know, 50 makes those sort of shots look good. It's a good focal length for it. And the reason it is because with a 50mm framing, I can be a little bit farther back and I can kind of see that surface, you know, from kind of the same perspective, right? Whereas with a wide angle lens, I end up getting closer, and then that kind of messes with the perspective on these kind of tarps and things like that. Okay, these guys are less interesting, but also interesting. Getting a little cliche with the tarp shot. I think I got a good one earlier, so no need to keep working on this too much. Hey. See, everyone's like super happy to be momentarily in a YouTube video, but I don't find that so compelling. You know, I guess it's fair. I mean, I shouldn't call them out on it because like I am here taking like, you know, candid photos of people. So, I mean, who am I to say, hey, don't pose for me? But again, I'm not mad about it. I refrain from shooting it because I find it less interesting to shoot those kind of things. And I just don't want to have a bunch of photos of people posing. I'm just going to end up deleting them all later anyway. Cool, there's like people up there in the window, silhouettes. I also like the view in this direction. Now I just kind of floated over here like I knew where I was going. That's because I do know where I was going. I've shot this before, but I like that you can kind of see like down the street, all these people in this bar from this low angle. There's people on the outside of the street who are, you know, obviously just out on the street. And then there's the people inside behind that plastic tarp, which are in silhouette. But the boxes, those boxes of what is that, Jim Beam whiskey, are sort of in the way right now. It's kind of messing it up, which sucks. It's okay, it's like, you know, it's a busy scene, but busy in a good way, right? I like busy scenes like this, and when they're busy in a good way, there's a lot of interesting things happening. But let me see if I can get it from way over here. Yeah, but the boxes really mess it up. They just create this, there's this large shape that's just kind of there. So let's move on. We're back over here. We came from here earlier, but I was sort of lost in thought and rambling about something. I forgot that I do like just shooting this space here. This is a nice scene. I like this little sign above the road here. Can we shoot it? I got to get back a little more with my longish lens. Would love for somebody to come out of that door of the sushi shop. I believe that's a sushi shop. Yep. Those dudes coming the other direction would have been great with this background. Oh, yeah, maybe I'll get my wish. Let's go around the block here. There's a little passage I want to check out. It's kind of dark, but it might be good with the 50. We'll see. And also I was curious about this green lit thing. There's a guy in there. He's all lit up in green. Let's keep going. It's all right. These guys are cool over here in the corner. That's kind of a nice scene. I don't know. I like how the man looked, but I didn't really frame it that great. That was decent framing when, you know, working quickly in the moment. So yeah, I mean, not much else to say about the lens. I'm enjoying using it, like I already mentioned. It's fun. It works great in these kind of situations. And I made some mention of the AF being maybe a little bit on the slow side, but it hasn't really like hindered my ability to shoot the shots that I want to shoot. You know, it hasn't really gotten in the way. I find these days that I'm just kind of shooting stuff without really thinking much about it. Like, why am I shooting it, or what am I shooting, or what am I trying to say? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm sort of on the fence. I'm flip-flopping around. Like, sometimes I'm thinking like, if I don't really have like a goal or like a reason to shoot stuff or like come to a certain area or whatever, like I don't have, you know, a goal basically, then it's like, well, that's bad. But then I think like, well, that's fine, you know, like I'm just shooting, you know, I'm just whatever comes from it, right? It's about just doing the action, putting in the, I don't want to say work, because it's not work, it's fun, but just putting in the time and the effort, and things will come out of it, right? I don't know which notion is the correct one, you know, maybe neither, maybe it doesn't matter, but I do just find myself kind of like floating along with no real sense of direction or purpose, and sometimes that bothers me. That's okay, maybe it's okay. This girl's cool. Yeah, I like when there's people walking past like a car's taillights or headlights too. Taillights a little better because you get this like red glow everywhere. Yeah, that was cool. Wasn't, again, see, like, what is the purpose of this scene? I don't know. It's just kind of capturing the mood, right, with this subject. But yeah, I didn't even get the best moments. But it illustrates how the lens works because the focus tracked perfectly, all the photos are sharp, and it shows the idea of shooting into like the taillights of a car or something like that for the effect, which is cool. See, I'm on my own. I feel a little awkward with the camera following me around to go back to the same places I've been, but on my own, I would just like do laps, just kind of wander around in circles, because that's the thing, is by just going around and even hitting the same street over and over again, you know, you have a chance of getting something a little bit different every time. Yeah, this screen, which is called a sudare, is a little too dense. You can't see much back there. Maybe if the backlighting was stronger. But yeah, but anyway, that's not what I just said about like wandering around in circles in the same area. That's not, you know, rocket science, right? You don't need me to tell you that. Of course, you're going to wander around in circles. I'm just emphasizing that that's just a common thing that I do. You just kind of try again and again, same neighborhood or the same street. And inevitably, as you do the laps, you'll eventually maybe find something that's interesting. You know, it just exposes you to that scene again and again. But it's better to wander around, at least for me. I feel it's better to do the laps than like trying to stand in one spot for a very long time. If I stand in one spot too long, I feel like it gets stale for me, and also the people kind of know, oh, this guy's been there a long time, what's he up to? If I just take a photo, pass through, and then come back, it just feels a little bit more organic that way, you know? And organic is good. Organic is good, I feel. By the way, in case you're wondering, like, why am I using this hood at night? Because it honestly really is not necessary. I just find that, like, the front element's kind of big, sort of feels exposed, so I just feel like a little safer with the, you know, with the hood on, kind of protecting the glass so that it doesn't, I don't like, not even damage, but so I don't like smudge it or get some schmutz on it or something like that. Yeah. Okay, let's try going down this street one more time. You know, we came through here earlier, but it was like really chaotic, and I felt like kind of rushed through it because I didn't want to be in people's way and stuff. So we could go through here one more time and take another peek at this area. Yeah. Oops, sorry. I love the colors on this tarp. There we go. It's really nice, very simple but nice scene. That's nice too. Ooh. Can we see people in there? Not really, but I like this. Kind of cool. Would be nice if you could see people in there more clearly. Oh wow, that's cool. That's cool. That's all right. That's something to end on. All right, guys, we've ended up right back where we started, in the same little street corner over here. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. An interesting little exploration of Akabane. Viltrox 50 F2, love it, recommend it. Link in the description as usual for this kind of thing. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember always, challenge your eye.